What if I told you that right now, there are countries in the world where you don't pay any income tax at all? No tax returns. No deductions. No IRS letters haunting your mailbox. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. These countries exist, and today, we're going to dive deep into why they have no taxes, how they make money, and whether you could actually move there. Stick around because some of the reasons behind their tax-free systems will blow your mind. Let's start by answering the most obvious question. Why do these countries have no taxes? At first glance, it sounds crazy. How can a country function without income tax? Who pays for roads, hospitals, and public services? But here's the thing: income tax isn't the only way to run a government. In fact, some countries have found smarter, more efficient ways to earn national revenue without dipping into your paycheck. Some of them rely on oil exports, tourism income, foreign business registrations, natural resources, and even government-owned investment funds. Let's take a look at each tax-free country and uncover how they really do it. 1. United Arab Emirates. Welcome to Dubai: skyscrapers, supercars, and no income tax. Yes, the UAE doesn't tax your income. Whether you're a local or a foreigner, you keep 100% of what you earn. But how do they manage that? Simple. Oil exports. The UAE earns billions every year from oil. Combine that with their massive tourism industry, real estate sector, and business-friendly policies, and you've got a tax-free economy that works. Fun fact: the UAE introduced a 9% corporate tax recently, but only for businesses making over $375,000 AED per year. Individuals still pay zero. 2. Qatar. Another oil-rich nation, Qatar has no personal income tax whatsoever. And it's one of the richest countries in the world in terms of GDP per capita. Here's the kicker: Qatar uses its massive gas and oil reserves to fund education, healthcare, infrastructure, even support for citizens to start businesses. They're literally using natural resources to fuel their economy, without ever touching your salary. 3. The Bahamas. Tropical paradise? Yes. Tax haven? Also yes. The Bahamas is famous for zero income tax, zero capital gains tax, no inheritance tax. So how does the government pay the bills? The answer lies in tourism, about 60% of the economy, banking and financial services, import and consumption taxes. Tourists are happy to spend, and businesses from around the world register in the Bahamas to take advantage of the tax laws. This tiny nation has turned sunshine into revenue. 4. Monaco. The playground of billionaires. No income tax since 1869. How? Because Monaco is smart. Instead of taxing its citizens, Monaco charges high fees to foreign investors and businesses. Makes money through real estate, luxury tourism, and casinos. Remember Monte Carlo? Keeps government spending extremely lean. Want to move to Monaco? Be ready to show serious cash. You'll need a large bank deposit and proof of self-sufficiency. 5. Bermuda. No income tax, no corporate tax, and no capital gains tax. Bermuda is another tax haven built on tourism, insurance and reinsurance markets, fees for business registrations. In fact, many global insurance giants operate out of Bermuda for this exact reason. It's a small island with a big reputation for tax-free living. 6. Brunei. Oil again. Brunei is one of the few absolute monarchies left in the world, and it offers no personal income tax. The Sultan's government earns most of its money from oil and gas exports, state-owned companies, overseas investments. Citizens enjoy free healthcare, education, and even housing support, all without paying taxes. 7. Kuwait. Kuwait is another Middle Eastern nation funded almost entirely by oil. No personal income tax. No social security taxes on expats. Citizens even receive financial benefits from the government. And yet Kuwait has one of the highest standards of living in the region. Extensive welfare programs. Government-sponsored education and healthcare. 8. The Cayman Islands. Another hotspot for the rich. The Caymans don't tax income, capital gains, or property. So, what's the catch? The government earns through business licenses, import duties, financial services. It's a global center for hedge funds and offshore banking. And while living costs are high, you keep every dollar you earn. 9. Oman. Oman recently started introducing value-added tax, VAT, but still doesn't charge personal income tax. Like its neighbors, Oman relies on oil exports, tourism, ports, and logistics. Oman is actively working to diversify, but for now, residents continue enjoying zero income tax. 10. Vanuatu. Ever heard of it? Vanuatu is a beautiful island nation in the South Pacific with no income tax, no capital gains tax, no wealth tax. Instead, they raise funds through tourism, citizenship by investment programs, import duties. They even offer a golden passport. For a price, you can buy citizenship and live tax-free in paradise. Let's pause and think. If you could live in any of these countries, which would you choose and why? Would it be Dubai's luxury lifestyle? Or maybe the quiet island life of Vanuatu? Or are you drawn to Monaco's billionaire playground? Stick around, because we're about to explore the pros and cons of living in a tax-free country. Who can actually move there? And is it worth it in the long run? Let's be real. Just because a country has no taxes doesn't mean it's perfect. Here are the key things you need to consider. Keep 100% of your salary. Potential for greater savings. Easier business opportunities. Minimal government bureaucracy. High cost of living, especially in Monaco, Cayman, Bermuda. Residency restrictions, you often need a lot of money. Limited job opportunities for foreigners. Culture shock and language barriers. Political or economic instability in some regions. So the real question becomes, can you afford to live there, and do you want to? How to legally reduce your taxes without moving. Not ready to pack your bags yet? Here are some realistic steps to reduce your taxes without leaving your home country. Move to a low-tax U.S. state, like Texas, Florida, or Nevada. Set up an LLC or S-Corp for business benefits. Take advantage of foreign earned income exclusions if you work abroad. Use retirement accounts and smart deductions. Learn about tax treaties and residency laws. So now you know. These countries really do exist. Places where no income tax is just a normal part of life. Would you live in one of them? Or do you think freedom from taxes comes at a bigger cost? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video eye-opening, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into global lifestyles, travel hacks, and financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.